Hello guys, welcome back to So That's Gaming and another PS3 video. This time, many of you may have been looking forward to this. We're going to be checking out PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 1 backups. Now, there's a couple ways of doing this. I'm going to show you the way that worked for me. I know in a previous video you saw this, possibly. I actually have not been able to get this to work, so we're not going to be focused on that. I haven't uninstalled it yet, but we'll get around to that. I'm still going to experiment with it, see if I can't get it to work. And if you guys are interested in an update on that, let me know in the comment section below. So first, let's go ahead and check out the PlayStation 1 games. Now, I went ahead and made two folders on my PlayStation 3 hard drive. One PSX ISO and PS2 ISO. These are where you're going to put your bins and your ISOs and whatnot. As you can see, it's if they don't show up here after you copy them, just go to refresh and it will rescan your drive to look for those titles. Now, I didn't copy all the discs to this title, but it's on the hard drive, and so is this one. Now, using MultiMan, this is just to show you how awesome MultiMan is. You don't have to do anything fancy with the PS1 titles. Now, you can load them another way, but this way it works just as fine. So we're going to just tap X on a PS1 title, and it should load right up without any problems. There you are. It loads up, no problem whatsoever. And the PlayStation 1 compatibility is very good. You should be able to play pretty much the entire PlayStation 1 library. As far as disc changing and in games like this, I'm not entirely sure how that works. I'll do some research and maybe we'll rediscover that at a later date. So for the time being, I'm going to go ahead and quit the game. Now, PS2 is another story. In the early releases of the PlayStation 3, there were three consoles that were backwards compatible. One was the 20 gig and the 60 gig. Both of those had the Emotion Engine, the actual PlayStation 2 hardware, whereas the 80 gig that was backwards compatible only had software emulation. The software emulation never stopped working, it was just disabled in future updates. And as new consoles released, they just didn't bother to enable that in the firmware. The custom firmware rebug re-enables that software backwards compatibility. Now, I had the best luck with Maniguns. There's config files, and I didn't need it for this particular game I want to show you, but you can research more on it if you're interested. But for this, we're just going to see it scanning all the hard drives, and these are even shows the PlayStation 3 backup that I made. So we're just going to test it out with Burnout 3 Takedown, and what's going to do, it's going to go ahead and mount that like it has other titles, and it'll show up in the XMB. I will include a link in the description for Maniguns. So there it is, PlayStation 2 format disc. X, go ahead and load it, and it'll load like any other PlayStation 3 title. Alright, so there you go, PlayStation 2. It's up and it's running. This is Burnout 3 Takedown. Awesome racing game. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Now, compatibility is not 100%, but it is really good for the most part. There's many titles that won't work. They'll have game or video glitches or whatever, because the compatibility isn't as good on the software emulated backwards compatibility. Whereas the 60 gig and the 20 gig had a majority of the PlayStation 2 library. So don't expect all your PlayStation 2 games to work perfectly. This is just... well, turn my controller back on here. Can't skip this. There it goes. So, but yeah, the compatibility is pretty good, but it's not perfect by any means. Like I mentioned, config files. You can download config files for your particular game in hopes that it'll improve its compatibility. The config file is essentially emulator settings that allow Maniguns to better run it when it's mounted. So keep that in mind. I don't know much about it, so I include it in this video, but there's plenty of resources and help on the net. Just look at any PSX forum. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, be sure to give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you care, and let me know what you are looking forward to me doing next on the PlayStation scene, or any other console for that matter, in the comment section below. If you haven't already done so, be sure to click subscribe, get subscribed, keep coming back for more gaming and console related videos in the future. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time. Peace.